today, January 10, 2022. It's a Monday, and I'm glad to be here, given the fact that me and my wife are both uh, COVID positive. We tested positive last Saturday morning, and thank you to our friends at the Rizal Medical Center, RMC, for assisting us, giving us the COVID test, which turned out positive, and we have been on lockdown ever since. Actually, even before that, when we started feeling rather under the weather, having flu-like symptoms, we decided to just stay indoors and limit our movement. Okay, now let me just adjust that. Okay, please bear with me today and in the coming days. If for any reason I am not up to par, it's simply, it's a struggle. But the great thing about this is that I don't have Zoomicron. I can still work. Sorry. I'm just riding on that joke. Hindi po Zoomicron. So nakakapagtrabaho pa tayo kahit na meron akong COVID-19 at kami ay nag-test positive. So there is, that is something to look forward, or hindi naman look forward to. Pero kung makakapili kayo, ano yung tatama sa inyo? Baka maigi-igi na kung Omicron, ano? Kasi alam niyo po, you can still move about inside your room. Okay? In isolation. Pero hindi yung bagsak, dapa at ninenervyos kung magkikita kayo ni Lord. So I thank the Lord that I am still functional. Sabi nga nung kaibigan ko, iba na talaga yung kalabaw. Anyway, so welcome to the program agenda. We thank you for being viewers of Cignal, subscribers of Cignal TV, and viewers of One News PH, and watching Agenda on channels 8 and 250. Thank you to PLDT, Vice President Marco Borlongan, for the assist and giving us continued good service with your home fiber optic internet service. Okay, let's start the day, the week, with our daily starter. But those who wait for the Lord will renew their strength. They will mount up with wings like eagles. They will run and not be weary. They will walk and not faint. Ayun po, okay? That's our daily starter. It's a message of hope. Let's wait on the Lord for our healing. Let's wait on the Lord for our provision. And wag niyo pong, COVID-19, sa sobrang daming variant, hindi ko na alam kung anong pangalan gagamitin. COVID-19 is a serious illness, okay? It's a pandemic. It's killed a lot of people, but it doesn't mean that you should be down, depressed. Try to be positive about it, because it seems in many cases positivity is very helpful for recovery. Today, we are going to interview a number of people who will speak to us about quarantine, who will speak to us about health and wellness, and also on other subject matters. We have also a very important topic to discuss with you. Maliban po doon sa Bureau of Quarantine, doon kay Harvei de Baron talking about lifestyle and nutrition. We will also have Jourdan Sebastian, the movie director who we had guested here with Epi Quezon before. He will be talking not about the movies but real life dun po sa Dinagat Island. So please join us this morning. And in the meantime, let's go quickly to the front page of the Philippine Star, because we will run out of time. Okay, in the Philippine Star, front page, COVID cases near 3 million. Let me qualify that headline. The total number of cases in the Philippines beginning in 2020 is nearing the 3 million mark. Pero dyan po sa 3 million mark na yan, ilang milyon na rin ang naka-recover. 2,785,188 83. Okay, so the IATF wants more COVID bed and testing. Ayan na po. The Interagency Task Force wants more COVID beds assigned in hospitals and more testing. Saan sila kukuha? Okay, at the top of the headlines, at the top of the front page, health workers buck shorter quarantine and isolation. The Alliance of Health Workers and other health worker organizations are protesting regarding the decision or call of the Department of Health and the government to shorten the quarantine of uh, infected health workers. Kasi ang usual po, di po ba, 14 or 10 days, eh gustong gawin na lang daw 5 or 7 days. Medyo parang, hello, yung COVID na tumatama doon sa pasyente, yun din yung COVID na tumatama sa amin. Ba't sila 14 kami, 5 lang? Ayun po. No? Well, I guess the shortage in healthcare workers is making our health officials desperate in their policy decisions. Meanwhile, below that header, we have a photo of the Black Nazarene that devotees were visiting, pero hindi po yan yung nasa loob ng ng Quiapo Church. That's a replica of the Black Nazarene on display along Ludovico Street in Quiapo yesterday. Malamang at malamang pinatago na yan kasi there are 2,000 policemen patrolling the area now, preventing devotees. Okay, and the Black Nazarene Feast goes online. Unlike many years na dagsa ang tao this year, and I think also last year, online na po. Okay. Now, further in the middle of the front page of the Philippine Star, barangay security guard the entrance to Barangay 2 Zone 1 in Pasay City after it was placed under granular lockdown. Okay? Kasi 8 po sa kanilang residente ay nag-test ng positive for COVID-19. Okay? And meantime, government urged no more hard lockdowns. The a member of Congress, Ronnie Ong, has called on government policymakers and decision makers, tama na yung hard lockdown, granular lockdown na lang kasi pag tinuloy-tuloy niyan, masisira tayo, masisira yung buwelo ng ekonomiya. Okay, meanwhile, the COVID-19 tally of Philippine cases, confirmed new cases as of January 9. 28,707. Okay. Number of deaths, 15. So, ayun po, tumaas ng sobrang dami ang number of COVID cases. It has become almost like a flu pandemic. Parang kumbaga, ordinaryo na lang. And for some people, it's beginning to look more like a status symbol. Parang pinopost sa Facebook. Okay, now, 178 party list groups to take part in the polls. 10 of them, I think, or 12 organizations were able to join kasi nakakuha sila ng TRO sa Supreme Court, hindi sila natanggal. So, yun po. In the meantime, that photo at the bottom of the front page of the Philippine Star today is of a policeman, Commission on Elections checkpoint along Katipunan Avenue. Okay, kasi as of midnight last night, the election period has officially begun. And so for those of you na baka hindi pa nyo alam, bawal na pong may baril na dinadala-dala. Those of you who have find a need to carry a gun for personal security, bawal na po magdala ng baril. You will have to get COMELEC exemption if they still issue those exemptions. Okay. And yun. uh, uh, Chair, COMELEC Commissioner Guanzon, Rowena Guanzon, is the first in the country to be issued a certificate that authorizes her to carry firearms as the official election period. Bakit kaya bakit kaya kailangan ni Commissioner Guanzon ang barel? Kasi ang dami niyang inaway. Okay, but away not the physical, but she has an opinion and she expresses it in no uncertain terms, especially against stupid and idiotic people going before the COMELEC. Okay, let's go forward with our program today. Like I said, we are going to feature first the Bureau of Quarantine. Bakit kanyo? Because Bureau of Quarantine gets very little PR, very little publicity, and to top it all, very few people understand the nature of the BOQ. Pero ang masakit po, recently nagsalita si Presidente Duterte and said, yung mga takas-takas sa quarantine na yan, modus operandi yan ng may mga tao sa BOQ. Parang medyo may nagsumbong po sa akin at sobrang sakit daw, Kuya Eddie, kasi kokonti na lang sila, wala na silang equipment, pagkatas pagbibintangan pa sila ng bagay na wala naman silang kinalaman. Okay, well, as the Bible teaches us, let's go to the person in charge and ask the person in charge what exactly is going on. We have for this morning, quick interview, the chief of the Bureau of Quarantine, Dr. Roberto Salvador Jr. Dr. Salvador, Director, good morning, Doc.
Good morning po, Sir Cito. Good morning po sa lahat na nakikinig at nanonood sa atin ngayon.
Alam ko, doktor ka, Dr. Salvador, pero hindi ko alam yung official na designation mo dyan sa Bureau of Quarantine. Are you the Bureau Director, Chief, o paano ba?
Deputy Director po of the Bureau of Quarantine po.
Okay, but sino ba director? Kung deputy ka, sino yung bossing?
Director 4 po is Dr. Ferdinand Salcedo, sir.
Kamag-anakan ko pa yata sa nanay side. Salcedo rin kasi kami. Anyway, going back to the BOQ. Doc Salvador, mayroon kasi akong nakausap at medyo masama ang loob. Tiga BOQ. Sabi ko, ba't naman ganun? Kukunti na lang kami. Pagkatapos kukunti ang gamit namin, hindi pa kami nabibigyan ng budget. I remember during our last interview, you did make an appeal for the DOH and for our legislators na tulungan naman ng BOQ because you are in the front line and that you were undermanned and that you didn't have logistics and you didn't have enough budget. What exactly is the situation in the BOQ at paano naman nangyari na napagbintangan pa kayo ni Presidente na may mga tao daw sa BOQ na involved doon sa pagtakas ng mga nasa isolation? But kasi di ba dadalawang kaso lang yun? Paano nangyari na naging scam daw yun?
Opo, tama po yun. Medyo nasaktan po talaga ang Bureau, lalo yung mga Bureau of Quarantine employees natin doon sa nasabi ng Presidente na involved kami sa mga ganitong violation. Gusto lang po natin ipaalam na sa management po ng returning Filipinos, hindi lang Bureau of Quarantine po ang nag-aalaga. Meron pong tinatawag na Task Force on Managing Returning Overseas Filipino. Nandito po ang Department of Tourism, ang Bureau of Quarantine, ang OWA, ang PCG, at MIA and other government agencies po. So may mga processes po na dapat pagdaanan ang mga bumalik nating kababayan, and hindi po lahat ng process na yon nandun ang Bureau of Quarantine. Malinaw naman po doon sa investigation na ginawa doon sa mga violation na doon sa area o doon sa process na nagkaroon ng violation, hindi po involved ang Bureau of Quarantine. Pero syempre po, mahal natin ng Presidente at nagpapasalamat din po kami na umaksyon siya kaagad na nagbigay po ng additional na tulong doon sa areas na dapat bantayan pa. para po
Ah,
maiwasan yung mga violations na yan.
okay, so you are not involved in that process na yung pag-aasikaso ng mga tao sa hotel. Kasi parang pinalalabas ng ibang tiga-media na ang may hawak daw ng mga nasa isolation o nasa mga quarantine hotels, BOQ. Hindi pala.
Tama po. Ang hinahawakan po naming hotel, yung po mga positive hotel po kung saan po inaalagaan natin yung mga nag-positive na mga returning Filipinos po.
Mhm.
So, sabi nga po namin na kung mabibigyan kami ng sapat na manpower po, malalagyan namin ng BOQ personnel ang lahat ng proseso na dapat pagdaanan ng mga kababayan natin at masisigurado natin na mas mahihigpitan po natin yung pag-implement ng quarantine protocols po.
Okay, Dr. Salvador, ang alam ko lang kasi many people are aware that the BOQ or quarantine officers are present at the NAIA International Airport, NAIA 2, NAIA 1, and siguro NAIA 3. Pero ilan bang mga ports and ewan ko, terminals ang binabantayan ng BOQ all over the country for international travelers?
All international airports po and ports meron pong station ng BOQ. May mga limited manpower po tayo diyan. Probably po nasa 29 airports and ports po ang binabantayan po natin.
Mhm. And then kayo pa rin ang in charge nung pagbo-board o pagsampa sa mga international vessels para ma-inspeksyon kung merong katulad ng mga nangyari doon sa Visayas, Mindanao ba yon na from Malaysia, Indonesia ba yon yung mga barko na may mga COVID pala. So kayo rin pati yung pagsampa sa barko kayo pa rin.
Yes po, lahat po ng international vessel kami po ang unang sasampa to clear the vessel po for infectious diseases like COVID.
Eh
Tayo po
matanong,
ang Opo.
okay, go ahead, go ahead.
Tayo po ang nag-respond nung panahon po na kinakatakutan talaga ang COVID. Tayo po ang unang humarap sa mga barko, sa mga plane na meron pong COVID. Tayo rin po ang unang nag-respond sa Wuhan para po makuha yung mga Pilipino natin na stranded do sa mga iba't ibang bansa po na merong COVID po.
Nagpapadala kayo, you send personnel on repatriation flights to assist in the boarding, checking of Filipino returning residents and OFWs, correct?
Yes po, opo.
Okay, then my question is, exactly how many regular personnel do you have under the BOQ?
Sir, yung regular personnel namin is, mga less than 700 po. Mostly po mga job order po. Pero all in all po all over the Philippines po, less than 1,000 po ang manpower natin sa
We
Bureau of
have
Quarantine.
okay, we have 29 international airports, we have vessels, we have to watch all of these COVID positive hotels, etc. And you have job orders.
Yes, sir. Job orders. Mostly job
Paki-explain
orders.
lang Doc Salvador dun sa mga ating tagapakinig na hindi naintindihan yung konsepto ng job order na yan.
So ito po mga job orders na 'to, especially nitong pandemic, emergency hired po ito because of the need po ng manpower ng BOQ. Ito po yung mga, ah, walang employees relationship po. So, limited ang benefits na nakukuha nila. Pero kahit ganito po, dahil nakita nila kung gaano kaimportante po yung trabaho ng Bureau of Quarantine, etong mga emergency job orders po natin patuloy pong humaharap ang nagtatrabaho para makatulong po sa Bureau of Quarantine.
Okay, kayo po naman okay, so you have about 700 personnel, mostly job order. Pero yung talagang yung anong tawag organic, kumbaga full-time na mga empleyado, ilan?
Full-time po siguro po nasa 400 po. Ngayon po nag-aano na po kami ng, nagre-reorganization na po kami na sana po ma-approve din ng DBM yung budget para po mas lumaki po talaga yung mga regular manpower ng Bureau of Quarantine.
Okay, so right now full-time you're about 400, expanded maybe 700 to 1,000 kung may mga job orders,
Yes po,
kung may pera kayo. Kayo
yes
ba ay
po.
may pera na pambaya diyan? Kasi yung nagsumbong sa akin sabi, "Kuyang May budget nga kami binawasan pa pagkatapos, maliban dun sa binawasan yung budget namin, parang tinitipid pa kami. How true is that, Dr. Salvador?
Yun po, sa laki po ng responsibility ng Bureau of Quarantine nung nag-start ang pandemic, sobrang dami pong responsibility na ginawa natin na binigay sa atin. Napakarami po talaga naming need na manpower. Pero since December 2020 nga po, dahil siguro sa kakulangan ng budget, hindi pa po napapagbigyan yung hiling namin na, ah, additional manpower. Ah
Talo talo pa raw ninyo ang ano, ang, government-owned, controlled corporation kasi kayo raw, you generate money by issuing all of those yellow cards, doing services, et cetera. Pero yung pera na yun napupunta rin pambayad ng pangsweldo ng mga job orders ninyo. Totoo ba yun?
Yes po, tama po na, yung income po namin yun ang ginagamit po namin para po, sa operation budget namin. So kaya nga
Okay.
po etong taon na 'to naubos po yung savings namin dahil sa kagustuhan namin na mag-serve, talagang pinunuan po namin yung kakulangan ng human resources namin, ang bureau po ang nagpasuweldo.
Okay, now, in terms of taking the bullet, so to speak, kasi kayo nga yung nasa frontline, kayo yung sumasampa sa mga container vessels, kayo yung sumasakay sa mga repatriation flights. Of the 400 organic or 700 on and off population of the BOQ, ilan sa inyo may tama? I know you got COVID.
Yes po.
Kumbaga ano, magka-batch na tayo ngayon. Ako I'm recovering from COVID right now and I'm in isolation. Sa BOQ, ilan ang tinamaan so far?
Sa ngayon po talagang wala naman po sigurong government agency na hindi tinamaan ng COVID ngayong panahon na 'to, netong January. Sa amin po close to 70 to 80 na po ang nagpa-positive. Pero sabi nga po natin, kami lang po siguro ang government agency na hindi nag-announce ng lockdown. Gano'n po kaimportante ang serbisyo namin na kahit po napakadaming nag-positive sa'min, pinipilit pa rin po namin magampanan yung binigay sa aming responsibility ng IATF.
Okay, how advanced or how behind are we in terms of screening, checking, isolating cases at the front lines? Kasi sa ibang bansa, meron silang parang almost no contact policy. Kumbaga ano, nakadistansya na sila, may mga scanners. Kayo po ba, okay lang yan, okay lang yan. Talagang ganyan buhay. Baka may mga away na sa'yo. Kayo sa BOQ, do you have equipment at the airports or portable equipments that somehow minimizes exposure? Kasi baka naman katulad kayo mga PNP natin sa checkpoint na mano-mano, kanya naman ang daming nagkaka-infection din.
Maganda na po yung mga equipment, may mga thermal scanners na rin po tayo and masasabi po natin advance na po yung paraan natin to screen po yung mga arriving passenger natin sa airport. Meron na po tayong mga electronic system na pinatamad like the One Health Pass na mini-minimize natin yung contact sa pasahero and yung
Okay.
paperworks po.
Like, what about itong isa pang sumbong sa akin? Kuyang, nanghihiram lang kami o pinahihiram lang kami ng sasakyan ng mga nagmamagandang loob na mga government agencies na katuwang namin.
Opo, tama po 'yan. Nung start po nung pandemic talagang limited po yung vehicles na ginagamit namin. Kaya nagpapasalamat po kami kay Secretary Dizon na pahiram kami ng vans and coaster. And sa operation namin kasama po ang OWA, PCG, and Oplan Kalinga para pahiramin kami ng buses. Ngayon po Sir Cito, napakadami po nating pending na hindi natin nakuha na mga nag-positive ng mga returning Filipinos dahil sa kakulangan po natin ng quarantine facility.
Nasaan
Pero,
sila?
nasa hotel po ngayon po, naka-isolate naman sila sa hotel pero dapat po kunin natin 'yan para i-transfer natin sa hotel quarantine positive facility.
So
Pero
so
start
Dr.
opo,
Salvador, para lang magkaliwanagan 'no, dumating ako sa airport, lumabas positive ako, saan niyo ako dadalhin?
Pagka po nag-positive kayo, dadalhin po namin kayo sa treatment facility or may mga hotel tayong positive na binabantayan po ng Bureau of Quarantine.
Sa
So,
inyo yun.
since December 26 po nagulat tayo sa taas po ng positivity rate ng mga dumating po ng mga Pilipino. Approximately po since December 26 close to 200 ang nagpa-positive per day. Nagkaubusan po ng quarantine facility pero starting po, yesterday nabigyan na po tayo ng government, with the help of Secretary Vince and Secretary Galvez and Secretary Duque ng mga hotel quarantine facility para po mag-start na po ulit tayo na kunin sila.
So
Everyday uh,
merong hotel for positive cases,
yes
may
po,
hotel for simple quarantine
awaiting result po.
protocol, tapos ano pa yung sinasabi nilang isolation?
Yung pong isolation natin, yung mga treatment, temporary treatment and monitoring facility, ito po yung mga ginagamit po natin sa LGU na tinutulungan din po kami para po mailagay yung mga OFW natin, ROF na nagpa-positive po.
Okay. Dr. Salvador, last question ko na lang and siguro parang tulong ko na lang sa inyo. Malaman lang ng mga kinaukulan, yung mga nanonood sa atin, dahil wala naman tayong inaaway, we are not accusing anyone or criticizing anyone. We just want the BOQ to get the help it needs so it can defend and protect us better. What exactly do you need or who do you need in terms of personnel or complement diyan sa BOQ na madagdag sa inyo immediately?
Opo, naintindihan naman po namin yung situation ngayon na dahil po sa pandemic talagang kulang po ng budget pero sana po makita rin po ng mga officials kung gaano kalaki po ang responsibility ng Bureau of Quarantine. So presently po, nag-a-ask po kami sana ng additional nurses na 120 and doctors po of 30 doctors po. Hinihiling po rin namin sana na baka sakali pong, maumpisahan na pong ma-reenact o mabago yung, batas natin ng quarantine law noong 2004 na hindi na po angkop sa mga nangyayaring pandemic po ngayon. Ah, Yun po, patuloy po magtatrabaho ang Bureau of Quarantine with limited manpower and makakaasa po kayo na lahat po ng responsibility na binigay sa amin ng government, kakayanin po namin. Maraming
Kayo
salamat.
wala kayong police power or wala kayong mga agents ano? Kasi ganyan niyo kailangan pa yung PNP at yung Coast Guard na iposte. Did you used to have police power or do BOQs around the world have police power?
Yes po, before po may military rank po ang Bureau of Quarantine katulad po ng mga, quarantine sa ibang bansa po. Kaya nga po hinihiling po namin na sana po maibalik yon dahil napakaimportante po nung, police powers para po, ma-implement natin kaagad-agad yung yung violations po sa quarantine protocols.
Parang yung Bureau of Immigration at saka yung BOC na may parang meron silang mga
Yes po.
bars dito,
Kaya
yun yung sinasabing rango.
kaya kung mapapansin niyo po ang uniform namin may mga bara. Kasi yan po talaga yon, may military rank kami before na natanggal noong 2004 po. Sana po maibalik po.
Okay. Well, Dr. Salvador, I hope nakatulong itong maikling panayam natin. I hope that our viewers get to understand that try as you may, you can't cover 7,100 islands, 29 international airports, and thousands of international vessels with 400 organic and 700 non-organic personnel. We pray for God's blessings and favor to be upon you. Thank you for your time today, Dr. Salvador.
Maraming salamat po ulit Sir Cito sa tulong po. Salamat po.
Okay, that's Dr. Roberto Obet Salvador Jr., Chief of the, well, hindi naman yata siya Chief, Deputy Director, Bureau of Quarantine. Let's go for a quick break. When we come back, I'll be speaking with our friend Harvei of the Debaron method para mabigyan naman ako ng tip. At saka lahat kayong mga nagtatanong, Kuya, ano ba dapat naming inumin gawin para makabawi kaagad, maka-recover from COVID-19? We'll be right back here on Agenda. Okay, welcome back to the program agenda. And next up, we have our friend Harvey de Baron, founder of the Baron Method, and that teaches people how to procure proper ingredients, reading labels, doing online exercises, lifestyle, and dietary information. Harvey, good morning. Are you with us? Okay, there he is. Harvey.
Morning, Kuya Cito. How are you? Long time no
Okay.
see.
Yep, and I am COVID positive.
Yeah, I saw your Facebook hapon. Ganun
Oh,
talaga. How
well,
are you feeling? Okay na kayo ngayon?
I'm okay. I'm not feeling. I had very slight fever. I had flu-like conditions. But the reason I'm reaching out to you, Harvey, is because when people found out that I was COVID positive, may mga nagtataka. Sabi, how can you have a sense of humor about it? Parang, it's serious. And sabi ko doon sa iba, alam niyo, baka ma-serious ako pag ako nagseryoso dito sa COVID-19 na ito. Most people I know who breezed through it were very positive, were very active. And contrary to popular notion, it seems that there is a school of thought that if you have COVID and you can manage, get busy, try to work, try to hindi work outside, work out in the house or exercise or do housework para pawisan ka and you keep your energy level. What are your inputs, Harvey?
Actually, Kuya Cito, in the last year and, well, almost 2 years since March 16 of the pandemic, the one thing that is we've seen talaga with people who contracted COVID-19, um, we not only have we seen a lot of people who had it, but we've also seen the ones that have been very successful. You're absolutely correct na mga positive sila and everything like that. But for me, kasi one of the most important things that I see is that if you decide not to just lie down and actually sit up, sit about, breathe, do breathing exercises, which is what we recommend for people who do have the COVID-19, is to do breathing exercises. Don't allow their lungs to sort of lie down and not be able to breathe better. Is good. Getting sunlight is very good because this is where you get to absorb a lot of the nutrients if you're out in the sun. So yeah, and walking. Obviously, you're not going to be able to do the same exercises, and don't push yourself naman too hard. That can also happen. No? But in my opinion, I think it's really good to be able to really go out instead of just stay home or lying down. And when I say go out, meaning get some sunlight, do things, and not just be lying down in bed.
Okay, Harvey, give me a few seconds. There seems to be a grounding in our connection here of some sort, and we'll just reestablish our connection with you because you're cracking up all over the place. We'll be right
Oh,
back. We'll be right back with Harvey de Baron, ladies and gentlemen. We'll just try to fix this technical issue. Now, let me just point out certain things that Harvey said. Don't, well, he essentially said if you can avoid lying down all day just because you have COVID-19. Number one, because, the lungs need to work. In fact, my wife, who is also COVID positive, my wife, Karen, she was doing breathing exercises yesterday. She's been up and about, but when you're tired, sleep. That's what she does. She's tired. She felt a little feverish yesterday, so she slept, and that helped her a lot. So that's a good point. And then the positivity issue. Wag po kayong mabuburyong. Don't freak out. Don't panic. Uh, Basically, that's the correct mentality is I have a problem, I have a situation, I'm going to deal with it. So, Harvey De Baron has been our guest in the past. We've talked about COVID in the past, and he was also the one who gave us all the tips about taking vitamin D, vitamin C, vitamin E, taking zinc, etc., having good foods. So, anyway, if Harvey's connection is reestablished, just bring him in anytime. But that's what we've been talking about. And as far as workout is concerned, you don't have to physically lift weights, etc. In fact, kanina, kailangan kong palitan yung 5-gallon water jug. Hello, ginamit ko yung electronic winch kasi sabi, wow, social naman si Kuya Cito, may winch. Hello, 65 years old na po ako. Ano, gusto nyo bubuhatin ko yung 5 gallons o 20 kilo na bote ng tubig from first floor to second floor? Neck nyo. I'm not gonna do that. I had a winch installed. We have to be smart about it. Okay, Harvey. So, quick question, bro, because
Yes, sir.
we're kind of rushed here. What tips can you give our friends who are down with COVID-19, presumably Omicron?
Actually, Kuya Cito, what you said is correct, no? Yung sinabi ninyo, which is what Karen did, na nag-ano siya, she was just doing work here and there, not really pushing herself, but when she was tired, she slept. Listen to your body and correcting kayo. Don't panic kasi when you panic, you have these anxieties. All of these things called stress hormones like cortisol kick in, which is where sometimes that's a very big trigger for your body. When cortisol level goes up, a certain level of what they call a cytokine storm can really make your body feel so tired, more fatigued, and can further symptoms deeper. So my suggestion is, of course, we talked about it before, na eating well, talked about it before, na try to get good food inside your body, more fruits, more vegetables, try to do some juicing inside. But in reality, try to stay away from the junk. Sleep when you can. It's all about being sensible lang, Kuya Cito. Siyempre.
Okay, there's this question about food. Kasi as you may realize, this week we are going on our 5-day fast in Every Nation Church, and I was all geared up. I bought soup, etc., because that's all I'm planning to take. And my wife gave me that look and said, "You're not going to do the fast, are you? Because you've got COVID-19. The last thing I want is for you to collapse." Now, is it a big deal? I mean, will fasting hurt people? Or on the other hand, I heard one broadcaster from the US say, eat all the steak you want to eat because you need it.
To be honest with you, I would probably tell you not to fast, Kuya Cito. Kasi at this point, you're probably looking at getting in more nutrients that are very healthy. So more fruits, more vegetables. Probably, Kuya Cito, it would work well as a fast would be a Daniel's fast. Kung gusto mo talaga mag-fast, rather than having completely, little food. Kasi lalamigin pa kayo, you'll get even colder. That's going to be the problem. You'll feel cold, you'll feel chills, you might feel weaker when you fast. And then at the same time, you're also feeling weak from COVID-19. So
And there are people na they're not necessarily going on a fast, but because they feel bad or they're sickly or flu-like, ang gagawin naman nila, hindi sila kakain. Hindi kakain sa oras. And it is the same effect as going on a fast. And that's a good input from you, that if you don't eat well or don't eat enough, you will start suffering chills, you will get even weaker, and
Yes.
the virus will efficiently attack you better because bumagsak na nga yung katawan mo.
Yeah, kumbaga sa sundalo, I mean, as a soldier, you need weapons, you need things to protect your body, you need a helmet, you need all of those things. When you don't eat your food, you're essentially taking away the chance of your body to protect yourself at this point, no? And of course, you want to put in the equipment that's healthy for your body. Pagka kumain kayo ng mga chichirya, which is easy now, no? Marami tayong naririnig na nanonood ng TV. Siyempre, maganda kayo ng Netflix. Nakakahiga kayo, medyo malamig ng konti. Minsan, kakain ng chichirya. Now, that's obviously not going to be a good thing, essentially. What you're probably looking for is something a lot more nutritious, getting really good foods inside your body. Para lang may better chance yung body niyo not just survive, but not to have such a harsh symptoms or harsh pakiramdam talaga.
Okay. Well, Harvey, at least we got some inputs from you. But what about the steak deal?
Oh, why not? Why not? I mean, that's not a bad thing, Kuya Cito. I mean, steak
Seriously?
and yes, Kuya Cito. Obviously, you're not gonna have like 8 or 9 different steaks, no, in one sitting. Like something that make you happy, something that, because in reality, even if you want to eat steak when you're sick, you can't finish the whole thing. But something that'll give you a sense of relief, something that'll give you a sense of happiness, na quote unquote not as bad for you, go for it. At least you can see your
Oh,
appetite improving.
okay. Well, thanks very much, Harvey. And I'll get back to you very soon because I'm sure we'll be having more questions regarding what to eat, how to eat, and what to drink during times when you have COVID 19. Okay. Thanks. And do take care, avoid it, and stay healthy, my friend.
Take care, Kuya Cito. Bye-bye.
Okay, and we move to our last, but also perhaps equally important interview. We have the founder of Courageous Compassion. It's an NGO based in Tacloban, but more than that, he is a friend of the program. He is a movie director, and he has guested on the show. And medyo ang kwento po ni Jourdan Sebastian ay balak yata niyang mag-retire sa Dinagat Island. Ang nangyari, hindi siya makaka-retire kasi wala. Winalangya sila ng Typhoon Odette. Let's bring in our friend Jourdan Sebastian. Jourdan, good morning to you.
Good morning, Cito, and to all the viewers.
Okay,
Magandang
bro.
umaga.
Mukhang iniindulto tayo pareho. Ikaw, magre-retire ka na lang sa Dinagat. Binagyo ka. Ako naman, papetik-petik dito. Tinamaan naman ako ng virus. Kakatapos pa lang ng booster shot ko. Anyway, it's not about me. It's about you. Jourdan, can you just please share your journey or in a very short version? What happened? You were supposed to be living the dream in Dinagat
In
until
an
it became
island, yeah. Yes, I was there. Is my audio good?
Yeah. Great,
Yeah.
great. Go ahead.
Okay, so I was there, and the plan was to, the ideal life, get out from the city, live in an island, and then contribute in the island with what I had. And my gifting was really teaching and film. So I was already, I had a film school. I was teaching locals, and we were already shooting short films. And I was also helping cooperatives, agricultural cooperatives. And then yun, the plan was the cooperative was growing. We were already planting coconut trees, thousands during the pandemic. And then at the same time, we were already shooting. And the plan was to shoot a full-length film this year in Dinagat Islands, yung sequel sa The Art of Ligaw. And yun, biglang uh, boom. As in, parang parang yung aftermath ng Odette, parang nag-away yung Transformers at saka Avengers sa isang lugar eh. Parang ganun ang nangyari. Yun boss. Basically that's the whole gist. And right now, I'm still tama ka. I think there's a form of PTSD kahit na before kasi I responded in Tacloban for Yolanda.
Yeah.
Pero this time around, I am a survivor. I experienced it myself. There is a form of PTSD that I have to pero yun nga, I can't stop it too much. I took a break 5 days during the holidays. Pero wala, kailangan tuloy-tuloy yung tulong kasi ang laki talaga nung damage and massive and wide. And based on my experience with Yolanda, mas grabe yung destruction dito in sense, infrastructural destruction. As in, 90% infrastructural damage dun sa island. So that's a gist. That's a gist. So I'm helping now the people on the ground with my team, with my friends, with my colleagues, with my neighbors. Tulungan naman kami, tulungan. And of course, I'm doing a fundraise here. Yeah.
Yeah, I picked up on your posts on Facebook, and what caught my attention was the Waves for Water appeal. Kasi actually, first time ko nakita yung Waves for Water was from a post of Gretchen Ho, who was talking about it, and sabi ko, okay na produkto yan. It will produce drinkable water for those who are hit by Typhoon Odette. But when you posted it, it became, real life situation for us. What is the situation in Dinagat? Kasi alam mo, yung hindi ka kumain ng isang linggo, 10 araw, kaya naman natin yun, bro, kahit 20 days eh. Pero yung wala kang tubig, kamamatay mo yun. What's the situation there?
I can only speak for Dinagat. Of course, affected yung ibang areas. Pero in Dinagat, yung water, syempre lahat ng water stations tinamaan. As in, walang functioning water station. So there's a source of water, pero syempre sanay na tayo na distilled water, mineral water, and pati yung mga taga-isla ganun rin. So talagang nagkakasakit isang barangay nagkaroon ng sakit yung mga bata, yung mga tao kasi hindi potable, hindi drinkable yung tubig nila. Eh syempre kung talagang uhaw na uhaw ka na, syempre iinom ka na. So yun yung mga nangyari, and up to now may mga dumating na first batch ng waves for water na talagang gamit na gamit kasi yung mga communities wala talagang walang mineral water, walang water na malinis na maayos, especially dun sa isang barangay na 100% yung sira talaga, as in sahig lang yung natira. So dun agad nagdala rin kami ng waves for water. At the same time, we're also working with Life Straw, the suppliers of Life Straw in the Philippines. It's also a filtration system. And yun ever since ako I am a true believer in this kind of water filtration as disaster preparedness eh. And ngayon nakikita ko talaga how important that families regardless whether they're in the city or in the province to really have such products kasi talaga importante siya, especially in very critical time na wala pang dumadating na tulong. And sa amin it took around 5 days 5 days before national government ever came with the help. So talagang critical yung 5 days ngayon. And even now, ang hirap kasi kailangan talaga maiwasan yung sakit eh. And kapag yung tubig hindi maayos, yun talaga yung dadali ng sakit.
Okay.
Sir.
The first immediate concern was water.
Yes, sir.
And then you posted something that really, medyo tumaas yung balahibo ko kasi you said that it's great to see help coming from outside, yung mga from the national government, volunteers, etc. But the scary scenario, because you and I have been, first responders, even in Yolanda, we responded, and I've always responded, Sendong, etc. Ang sabi mo, ang kinakatakutan mo, baka magkakaroon tayo ng wave ng mga iba-ibang sakit, lalo na yung bang vaccination levels dyan for COVID. What is the situation? What is your biggest fear?
In general, islanders or probinsya talagang hindi pa into the vaccine eh. I would say before the pandemic, before this Odette, 30% ang vaccinated. And talagang hindi masyado strict ang protocols. Especially now na hindi yun ang priority, hindi yun nasa utak ng mga tao. In fact, a lot of the responders that are coming in are actually surprised na walang face mask, walang social distancing. And when you're desperate kasi you don't think about these things. And ang pinaka problema is people right now, kung ano yung konting shelter na meron silang mahanap, dun sila pumupunta. And syempre nagkukumpulan na kunyari isang like may alam ako like yung sa congressman na alam ko si Alan Uno Icleo, yung kwarto lang niya ang may shade eh. Yung kwarto lang niya ang nakatayo ngayon eh. So nagkukumpulan yung mga tao dun sa kung saan man yung merong shade, saan man mayroon may bubong. Wala pati yung mga evacuation centers kasi sira eh. So imagine people are exposed to the elements both day and night. Yes, may mga dumadating na ng mga trapal, mga ganyan-ganyan. Pero of course, ang lawak nung ano eh, nung massive nung ano eh. So, kung nagkukumpulan yung mga tao, tapos may waves and waves of people from outside wanting to help and wanting to ano, syempre magkakaroon ng exposure. The people's immunity, yung survivors, yung immunity system nila compromised, hindi sila nakakatulog ng tama, hindi sila nakakakain ng tama. So, stressed sila. Siyempre, ito yung mga reasons kung bakit magkakaroon ng sakit yung mga tao eh. So, yun yung ayoko, yun yung gusto ko maiwas lang talaga. Kaya priority ngayon, yes, okay yung water, we're solving the water now. As in, I can say that dahan-dahan talaga nasa-solve na yung water. Pero yung shelter ngayon, kailangan talaga tulungan na mabigyang agad ng shelter yung mga tao. Kahit tarpaulin lang, kahit we only get tarpaulins, give them tarpaulins para lang may temporary, sila. And then, we have an initiative, nagtutulungan kami, it's called Pahina Bayanihan. Yung mga survivors themselves, they're helping each other out. Once the materials come, they themselves are constructing the houses themselves, rebuilding themselves. So,
Okay.
yun yung importante.
Okay, I'm personally appealing to our friends in the business sector.
Yan.
Kung kayo po ay nanonood, yung mga PR who watch this program, there are many of you company owners, you have billboards, you have
Yan.
tarpaulin billboards, you have big billboards, and you simply put this away pag expire na
Yan.
o tapos na yung promo ninyo, tinatambak na lang or pinabebenta.
Tama,
You
tama.
could actually give this, send it over to Jourdan Sebastian
Yes.
and his team. Or maybe Jourdan, you can tell them how they can send it to Dinagat.
Yes.
Kasi partner,
Yes.
it is enough that you are making the clarion call or making the appeal. Hindi na siguro tama na mag-out of pocket ka pa o maghahanap ka pa ng pera para ma-ship sa Dinagat. So if there is Toyota, Mitsubishi, Photon, Cherry, etc., lalo na yung Cherry, kung meron sila mga bibigay na mga mga trapal, paano nila mapapadala sa Dinagat at kanino?
We have sa Facebook, they can contact me. I have the means to organize naman we have constant logistical partners that are volunteering. So they can help me and they can go to the Facebook page Barug Dinagat. Just type Barug Dinagat and they can contact us there. And yun, tama ka, Cito. These things that we think as garbage na tinatapon na or anong mang ginagamit nila dyan, very, very critical at saka importante doon sa Dinagat. Aside from that, we're also transitioning already into shelter creation na talaga. As in, dahan-dahan yung mga bahay. So, in your thread of thought, Cito, dagdagan ko lang, yung may mga malalaking hardware store, yung may mga supplies ng we're doing a fundraise, so we're going to be buying. Ang hingi ko lang is bigyan kami mga malalaking discount sa mga mga plywood, mga mga pako, nails, all these materials, and of course the equipments, yung fast and efficient way to build yung mga tackers ba yan or yung pampabilis ng saw at saka yung pangputol, yung mga pambilis na pako na gano'n, yung mga gano'n. Kasi nagtutulungan yung mga survivors. Maganda sa Dinagat, they're really very into the bayanihan spirit. Nagtutulungan yung mga community. So,
pero wala pa rin kuryente doon ngayon, Jourdan, And ladies, gentlemen, baka confuse po kayo, yung mga pictures na pinapakita tungkol doon sa life straw, etc. That's in the that's here. Location na yan. Hindi po yan doon sa Dinagat. Baka sabihin, ang gaganda naman ng mga building doon sa Dinagat. Hindi po, no?
sa model.
Okay, yung mga kailangan for those of you who are hoping, willing, wanting to help out, you can send nail guns, staple guns, okay? Kasi alam mo Jourdan, ako ay expert din sa paggamit ng trapal na pambubong. Linya ko yan. Grinders And
Yan.
alam nyo po, marami na there are so many surplus inverter, welding
Mm-mm.
machine. Diyan lang
Yan.
po sa mga Japan surplus stores. Please, you can
Talaga?
buy
Mm.
a number of these and send it to Jourdan Sebastian.
Oo.
Ngayon, Jourdan,
Oo.
may kuryente na ba doon o
May
kailangan ding
mga
magpadala?
May mga areas na kasi siyempre delikado kapag i-on tapos sira-sira pa yung mga bahay-bahay and everything. So may mga areas
Oo.
na kaming napaayos, as in nagtulungan kami with the electric companies, so, at saka mga NGOs. Nagtayo na kami ng mga poste. May mga ibang areas na meron, pero talagang I think it will take 3 months to 5 months para talagang maayos yung kuryente na yan.
Paano yung mga bata? My first concern is always the children.
Mm.
When we did Sendong in, I think it was Sendong in Mindanao, I was assigned to a shelter for kids.
Mm.
And paano dyan sa dinagat? Kasi very vulnerable ang mga bata.
Yeah. At this point, yung mga konting mga may shelter na, I mean, may mga areas naman na talaga nga nagtulungan at nag-build ng mga shelter. So, doon muna sila. Pero, ayun, pakalat-kalat. Ang mahirap is kapag umuulan eh. Dinagat is for ang tawag to rain and all of that. So, kapag umuulan, ano sila, talagang nanginginig na basa. Kasi like yung recent yung isang picture ko diyan, may pinadala ako. I hope they can see it. Ano 'yan? Recent pa 'yan. Yan yung hardest hit sa Boa, Barangay Boa. Wala talagang they're exposed pa rin, and some of them are still sleeping on the talagang sa sahig, sa kalye, exposed to the elements. Yun ang nangyayari pa rin. Yun pa rin ang situation. So, pero yung nga, may mga areas naman may mga bubong na. So, yung mga bata, doon muna sinisilong. So, yun nga, talagang may tulungan naman eh. Yun yung maganda sa dinagat. Yung mga tao, they're very humble. They're very, talagang nagtutulungan sila, and they're concerned about each other. So,
Okay.
yung help that we bring them really impacts and multiplies quickly.
Okay, maybe Team Agenda can once again flash the
Yeah.
information on how to reach out for us to assist Dinagat. There you go, Barug Dinagat, Office of Congressman Alan Ecleo. They accept donations in kind, tarps and tackers, nail guns and staple guns for roofing materials, canned goods, hygiene products, lalo na po yung makakatulong sa mga bata,
Yes,
sa
please.
mga kababaihan, yung mga
Yes,
personal
please.
hygiene
Yan,
nila.
oo.
At saka yung pong mga solar lamps, okay? And solar phone chargers. Kasi naglipa na po yan sa Facebook, sa social media, maraming available. Tulungan na lang po ninyo. And the numbers are there. You can reach out to them. They are located in Don Antonio Royal Estates, Barangay Matandang, Balara, Quezon City. Okay, Jourdan, I hope
Sir.
this helps one way or the other.
I think it does, yes, sir.
And I will pass the word on social media. And thank you for your time, and congratulations for keeping up. Medyo, alam mo, partner, I had to retire kasi, alam mo, hindi na tayo pwedeng mag-action man kasi kailan dito ako umupo. So I can't be a frontliner at the moment.
This is a lot, sir. This helps a lot, and the awareness has to continue, sir. Salamat very much.
Thank you very much, Jourdan Sebastian, and have a good day. Okay, now let's close the program with our blessing for the week. God is our refuge and strength, an ever-present help in trouble. Okay, so tandaan niyo po yan. He is our refuge, He is our strength, and our ever-present help in trouble. God bless all of you. I'm Cito Beltran, thanking you for joining us on Agenda this morning. Please keep it here on One News PH. God bless you.